Been almost 15 years, I would say, back when you would headbang in your car, just fucking jam the fuck out. Make no mistake about it. After a long dormant decade, alternative rock emo music is back. We have to go to this tour. The When You Were Young concert in Vegas. Is anyone just a little afraid that Live Nation is putting this on? And the last concert they did was Astro World.
Yeah, maybe it's the recovery tour.
Maybe that's why the tickets are $20 or something.
Yeah,
I'm there. Let's go.
I'm in.
Yeah. I'm in too. Who's headlining? Paramore and
I wrote down just some absolute classics. Ready? My Chemical Romance, Paramore. Yeah, I guess the headliners. Taking Back Sunday. Remember when we went to the All American Rejects concert? In St. Louis. I think that was the only sober concert I have been to, and it was awesome.
There's some like emo bands on there though that like people that would wear Cookie Monster pajamas listen to. So,
dude, I'd wear Cookie Monster pajamas to that.
I don't even know what I'd like wear a flannel.
I'd wear skinny jeans and checkered Vans.
Avril Lavigne or her double will also be performing. The main, the starting line, 303. Okay, come on, we got to be front row for that. The Ready Set Jimmy Eat World is obviously.
Oh yeah, hell yeah.
We the Kings, Red Jumpsuit Apparatus, and then they just try and sneak in here. Not so fast. I caught this. Lil Huddy. How the hell is he? What? I mean, was the crowd going to clear out? What set is he getting? He's opening at 11 a.m.
Must be to draw some younger people. Does he make pop punk music?
I didn't even know he was. I guess everything you have to have a single now, right?
Yeah, he's an e-boy. He paints his nails black. He's an e-boy of this day and age.
So, like, is his music good? I don't even like. That's it.
I don't know.
Never heard a song.
He's got a music video that MGK directed, though.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
That's all you need.
MGK is so fucking weird. Did you see the shit he said about his engagement ring with Megan Fox?
Yeah.
I did not.
Oh,
he said that it was designed with a thorn inside of it so that if she tries to take it off, it causes her pain because sometimes love is painful. And every time something like this comes up on like Twitter, I'm like, I just want to block. I used to like MGK, and I'm just starting to slowly dislike him more and more.
Yeah, you have to mute anything related to thorns. I mean, what if she has to like wash a dish or something? What do you just take off the fucking ring? I don't know about that. A lot of stuff is back this week. Arthur will have a 25th anniversary by airing 250 episodes, and they're doing a grown-up episode. I mean, that's cool. It's nostalgic. I don't think I'm checking it out. Didn't Rugrats do this?
They're doing a grown-up episode of Arthur?
Yeah. So what is he going to be, like a grizzly bear? I don't know.
Yeah.
Or is he going? Yeah, he's fucking going to his day job and fucking who even knows?
He's like depressed and an alcoholic.
I was going to say he's just railing lines in the bathroom. He's like, fuck. Don't grow up, kids.
Make it relatable to the generation that watched it. Like all of us.
No kidding. It's like Euphoria. It's Arthur's going to fucking it's the real world. But it got me thinking childhood TV favorites. I've got my top 5 childhood TV according to me. So obviously there's going to be some discrepancy, but rattle off some that were from your guys' childhood that you would know, adored, and loved.
What age are we talking?
Yeah.
Like, so I just typed in early 2000s, TV, classics. Like, I'll start the bidding with the Amanda Show.
Oh, Heat.
Lizzie,
all that.
Lizzie McGuire. And it's funny to see where everyone's gone here. Lizzie McGuire, now she's How I Met Your Father, right? That was trending this past weekend. I didn't catch it, but
she's the
main
like
chick.
the star of that.
Hilary Duff.
Oh, okay.
She's the star.
Okay.
She's Ted. Zoe 101. Now Jamie Lynn Spears is, going on 60 Minutes and fighting her sister. Let's see what else. Johnny Bravo, Tom and Jerry.
All that. Yeah.
Keenan and Kel. Those were
Dragon Tales.
If we want to go way back, Little Bear, that was my shit. Franklin the Turtle.
Dog.
Franklin, yes.
Cat Dog.
Cat Dog. Dude, I used to watch Teletubbies when I lived in London at kindergarten. I was a big Scooby-Doo guy, Bob the Builder.
You could always tell who was, were you guys Cartoon Network kids or like Disney Nick kids? Or
I was more of a Cartoon Network guy.
I was Nickelodeon and Cartoon Network. I never really watched Disney.
Oh, see, I was big Disney and Nickelodeon. Hannah Montana, come on.
Yeah. Now look where Miley is,
Yeah.
We've been watching that what is Victorious and
dude.
Isn't that with Ariana Grande?
Yes.
Well, yeah,
she has red hair.
I didn't know that, but like what else is she in? Or how there's Victorious and then there's like another
Sam and Cat.
Yeah. And so anyways, I was just looking at it on Netflix. They're like, underneath the title, it says something like star Ariana Grande and like whatever. And I was like, isn't it funny that when we watched this, she wasn't like that didn't exist yet? And
that's what I'm saying. Like Selena, all these people that kind of grew up, The Sweet Life of Zach and Cody,
all these Waverly Place. Yeah. iCarly.
Bingo.
I could go all day.
Here it is, my personal top 5. Number 5, you're gonna think this is too low, Jack. Drake and Josh. Look where Drake Bell is now. Tough.
I'll let it slide, but I do think that's too low.
Number 4, my mom wouldn't almost let me watch this show. Ed, and Eddie.
My mom did not let me watch that show.
I love that show.
It was so fucking funny.
I named like 3. I got like 3 goldfish, and I named them Ed, and Eddie. And my whole life, my family teased me about it now. And they're like, "Which one's which?" And I'm like,
Number 3, The Fairly Odd Parents. Classic, would always make you laugh. I left off Courage the Cowardly Dog. That's another one. All right, I'm gonna get some nerd calls for this one. Number 2, The Magic School Bus.
Wow, I never really watched that.
It's Frizzle. I mean, you learn a little something. They went out to space. They went to the core of the earth. It's an adventure.
The best favorite class ever. The few times our science teacher in elementary school, like, we're just gonna watch Magic School Bus today.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, it was a go-to. They roll in the TV on the wheels and they throw it on. Number 1, SpongeBob. I haven't caught the last decade of episodes, but just early 2000s SpongeBob, I think, is undefeated.
Yeah, I like that.
Avatar 2, speaking of us being kids, is something we've waited so long. We've waited forever. It's coming out in December. It's been 13 years. Anyone pumped?
I mean, 13 years. There better be like avatars in the theater coming out of the screen if it took that long to make.
Everyone gets their own Oculus.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how we're watching it.
You might do that. That's actually I expect them.
Honestly, I only seen Avatar once in theaters, and it's a little too sci-fi for my taste. But that was like 13 years ago.
Yeah, I don't know. It was like I guess I was 14, and it was like an adventure. It was super. Wasn't it in 3D? Are we still doing that anymore? With the 3D glasses and
3D glasses. Yeah,
right. Yeah.
Avatar 1 was good, but it's weird that no one like ever rewatches it. Like,
yeah,
you know what I mean? It doesn't have much replay value. I feel like
it was like a cult phenomenon at the time, though. It's like you had to go see it in theaters. It's like it was like you had to read Aragon, right? It's like you had. Who knows? Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel launches. I kid you not. I thought about buying it today. I was just like, it's on PC. It's literally like, it's kind of like FIFA concept where it's like you challenge people online. It's all ranked matches online, but you're just you're just dueling people, getting rewards and trying to improve your deck. I had one of those arm duelers. You know what I'm talking about back in the day.
Yeah. I was when I was a kid, I was more into Yu-Gi-Oh than I was into like Pokemon.
It was Pokemon was first for me, and then I went into Yu-Gi-Oh, and it was I mean, good God, the golden age.
I I wasn't either. That wasn't really my cup of tea.
Really?
Nope. My
Interesting.
cousins all played, and I would just kind of sit there and watch.
Logan Paul's a big Pokemon guy, and he apparently gets scammed out of $3.5 million. First of all, what are you doing? What are you doing there buying Pokemon cards? I mean, come on, throw that on a sports bet or something. I mean, you had a chance of winning instead of getting these G.I. Joe cards. KFC theorized, people think that maybe he staged it for, here we go. Yes, the Yu-Gi-Oh armband. Yes, dude. Not how popular was I when I was fucking 9? Okay, that's
wow, that thing goes hard.
$275. All right, I don't remember.
I'm gonna start wearing that to like parties and out to the bar.
Yeah, this is my Halloween costume. Actually, I hope they still. This is for the visual audience here. We've got the ability now where Alex can supplement our podcast with some visuals. I think that's actually me there. I posed for that photo. Yeah, that's catch me doing that later. But Logan Paul, what do you guys think? Was it staged? Or did he actually get scammed out of $3.5 million?
I think he actually got scammed because he got, from my understanding, whoever sold it to him or whoever rated the cards as actually legit paid him his money back. No?
Did he really?
That's what I thought. Yeah. I think he got the money back.
Well, also,
because
it might be like the shoe game. Sorry to interrupt you. It might be like the shoe game where, like, if it's not authenticated or whatever, maybe he can go back. I don't know if he bought it first.
So one of like the most respectable organizations that rates cards on whether or not they're legit gave it like a rating, like, hey, this is like actually real. And then it turned out they were fake. So I think the organization that rated it as real is the one who lost the money.
And they probably have insurance on like assets like that.
Yeah, but
see, that would be my worry. Is like the day I finally dip my toe into an NFT purchase or something like that, and then the carpet's just gonna get pulled out from underneath, or it's like, or I just buy something fake, where I have no way of proving it. I don't know.
Yeah.
But we do talk about that coming up in the latest episode of Core Trades, which will debut this week. Kanye and Kim this is starting to escalate, and it's worrying me. Kanye and Kim get bodyguards involved over their kids. You got Kanye saying he's going to beat Pete Davidson's ass, and then he's not allowed to see his kids because Pete Davidson's there. What is going on in this power couple fiasco?
Yeah,
I don't know. I'm here for it, though. I'm here for the drama.
He went off in the car, like he videoed himself, like saying, "Shout out Travis Scott, man. That's the only reason I knew where to go for my daughter's birthday party because Travis Scott told me." And then there's that picture of him like swinging his kid into the piñata.
Yeah. I saw, and I don't know how true this is, but Pete Davidson hired extra security ever since Kanye West made that threat. I don't know if I actually believe that or not, but I just think it's funny.
I would have hired a fucking hitman once he moved in on top of my floor.
And someone quoted the tweet and said Pete Davidson's creating more jobs than the American government by hiring this extra security.
What are your qualifications? Are you strapped? Okay, come through. So we'll have to stay up to date with that. Is Donda 2 gonna bang? Is it just gonna be a Pete Davidson hate track, or I don't even know.
It'll come out in 10 years.
Yeah, we'll find out once Pete's had a couple of kids. Speaking of kids, China's population is reportedly, we talked about how Elon Musk is like, hey, you guys got to start, that's our biggest threat to humanity is you got to start having kids again. China's apparently so bad that they're declining. America's back, baby.
They are.
That's what I saw reported today, that they are just like, they finally had stopped so bad that to where their population is as close to declining as it's ever been.
That's crazy.
Wow.
Because I thought they already did some crazy shit over there.
Right.
I don't know the exact specifics of it.
No,
I thought you could only have like one kid.
Yeah, like one boy or
is that still a thing?
No, one kid.
The 20.
I
know they're pretty behind in humans' right issues, obviously, but
yeah, because there was a problem where you can only have one kid per couple, and people wanted like sons so they could carry on their family's last name, and they would get a daughter and they would just kill it or like abort it.
Right.
So they could try again and have a son.
Ooh, here we go. We've got the one child policy pulled up here. Yeah, I remember reading about this and I was like, I couldn't comprehend. Oh, yeah. Yeah, in 2015, they were, and finally people were like, wait a second, what? But maybe it was too
So it
late.
went from 1980 to 2015.
So in July of this year, they lifted everything.
Who was the big, what was it, Mao? Wasn't it Chairman Mao? Am I just sounding completely ignorant right now?
I don't know.
Mao Zedong?
Sounds right.
I'm trying to remember like my fourth grade history class with Mr. Moses. Hey Mao Zedong.
Yep.
I'm back. Yeah, the birth rate fell. Oh my god. Yeah, so like they implemented this shit. Yeah, the one child policy, and it was all sorts of fucking, good god. I don't know. So that's crazy. Yeah, again, reasons not to visit China. The Nets, I sent this to some of you on TikTok. They introduced the Metaverse. Who came up with that name? Give them a raise. The video is sweet. Like it's literally, you're kind of moving and all, you can watch like on the floor as James Harden dribbles by you. And it's not like, a video game. It's like actually his pixels kind of moving with you. It's all kind of moving so fast. But I don't know how to understand what is a fad and something that fades, that doesn't take off. Like Apple just took over and they ran everything. Tesla, I think, is really popped off to where you're seeing them more and more on the road. Eventually, we're just going to be, all rolling in Teslas. But whatever happened to we just talked about, whatever happened to 3D TVs? Because I feel like that was just a fad that was like, wait a second, what the fuck is the purpose of this?
It's just too much. It's just like an extra thing. Like you got to fucking like, and in my opinion, like, I never liked 3D. I always thought it was fucking ass. Like when people wanted to go see a 3D movie, I was like, what the fuck? Like,
except for Avatar.
Yeah. But like, dude, come on. Like it's not as clear, like picture. Like,
but that's my worry is that the metaverse? Like, or is this thing like legit?
Yeah. Who knows?
I mean, I don't think the metaverse is a fad by any means. I think like with all these big companies like Walmart taking out like trademarks and stuff.
Yeah.
But again, I think there's too much money being invested into it as opposed to 3D. I think they're really looking at the metaverse as the future, whereas not as much money was put into 3D stuff.
Sure.
Well, if you think back, like think about you put on your glasses to see 3D. All it's going to be is put on your little Oculus glasses to see 3D.
But yeah, I guess they'll cover your peripheral vision so that you're just it's even more like, I guess, rotational. I don't even know.
It's pretty wild. It's like you're walking around in there in Oculus.
We're gonna eventually have. I've never tried it. I'm gonna have to call up the higher ups. We're gonna have to get an Oculus. We're gonna conduct Wingin It episodes in the metaverse. We'll record it there. That's
then we could record a podcast in the metaverse and we could all be sitting next to each other.
That would be sick. All right, we might have to look into this.
And Joey can design our metaverse avatars.
Yes, or we're all on the golf course and it's just the metaverse golf course. Okay, I love it. Let's plan on that. But yeah, the Nets were basically like, is that the future of watching basketball? It's like before, now people going to the stadium still awesome. There's still going to be a market from that. But obviously now we've got movie theaters in our homes and we watch sports better than we ever have. Now you could really watch sports better than you ever have. I wonder if that's going to be paving the way for the every team,
Crazy.
It's our usual doomsday. Ian Corbett has reached out to me after he replied to the Mike Lindell clip and he's like, I want back on. Ian Corbett wants to come on and he will be a recurring guest. We've got Andrew Klinkhammer in the works as well. So we appreciate that. That's coming up. But the usual doomsday. I mean, you can't write this stuff. The underwater volcano creating tsunamis. And there was some flooding in Santa Cruz, California.
Yeah, that place Tonga got fucked on. That was like right by it.
Yeah, I mean, good God. Did you see the space footage?
That was crazy. Yeah, the satellite picture where you can see it like exploding. It's pretty fucking nuts.
Like, how does that not? I would be scared to death living on a coast. just of any sort.
Imagine being like the NASA dude or whoever just like was like checking out the satellite, and then all of a sudden they just see that and like, whoa.
Yeah, it's like don't look up. It's like
Yeah.
fucking Leonardo DiCaprio there.
Yeah.
You sent this to us, Jack. The snowfall in the Sahara Desert. What the hell? I mean, how?
Yeah. I don't know. That's fucking, my little sister sent that to me this morning and I was like, what the fuck?
Immediately when I thought, I was like, good God, two just like substances that are just a hassle. You hate sand, and then all of a sudden you got slush, like slushy sand. Because that's got to melt like the next day, one would think.
Yeah.
Good God. Have you guys gotten in the viral hit Wordle?
Yes.
All right. You guys got today's word?
Yeah, I got it in 3 tries today.
Yes, thanks. That was my new record as well. I think I started 6 days ago, 6 for 6. Like, it's a great concept. And it wasn't it just some dude that like created this game and from London? Like, I think it's like a UK website.
So to explain it, basically it's a game where it's what is it, a 5-letter word, 6-letter word?
5-letter word.
6
tries.
Yeah, 5-letter word, and you get 6 tries, and you just have to guess. And each guess that you have, it tells you how many letters that you got right and that are in the correct place,
right?
As well as how many letters that you got right but are in the wrong place of the word. I just explained it terribly, but you just type in Wordle. If you just type in Wordle on Google, it's a free game you play.
Yeah, it's like it's a website. It's not an app. And yeah, so it's basically you put in a 5-letter word. If it's in the right spot, it's green. If you have the right letter, maybe we could just do it on the screen with people and give today's word out. Yeah, the first one there. Yeah, and there was the directions. I already forgot. My thing is I wake up in the middle of the night to piss and I just pull up Wordle and I'm like, all right,
is that what
my big thing here is like, go ahead and put, I do just like a random word that has kind of a couple vowels. So go ahead and go spire, SPIRE, enter. There you go. Okay. So we've got P is a letter, but it's in the wrong spot. I is in the right spot. And, Bren and Jack, you guys already got the word, right?
I already know what the word is.
Yeah, Alex, so, you want to give it a crack? I've already know the word as well.
I actually don't. I don't know the word.
Okay.
A lot of pressure on Jack and Bursick here.
So we've got the I is the third letter. P is somewhere in there. And give it your best guess here.
Didn't you just say the word like a second ago?
It's point. I'll just give it to you. And hey, let's light it up.
Bing, 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 bing.
There you go.
Oh, Dylan, explain the tweet thing.
Okay. So yeah, so you basically just hit share, and you could just share it to Twitter, share it to our page there. Boom.
Oh, okay.
And so it shows you, it's kind of like that emoji graphic, and it shows you we got it out of 2 tries, and boom, great stuff. All right. And like my mom is sending it to me and shit. Like this is taking over.
I like that.
We'll have to see. Yeah. So you haven't done Wordle, Jack?
So Brendan, there's an app that's kind of like it that Brendan showed me over the weekend. But I was
telling Austin about it, and then he's like, dude, it's the app. And I was like, wait, this is a little different.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's an app, and it's much harder than Wordle,
right?
Because it's like the words are much more ridiculous. They're still 5-letter words, but they're not common words. But the good thing about it is Wordle only has 1 word per day. With the app, it's unlimited.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So that's kind of the appeal of it, is like, oh, everyone's just like, shit, we're waiting for the next word. I haven't lost a day yet. There was one where I was like on my last try, and I was like, holy fuck. I was like literally in the middle of the night. I couldn't fall back asleep for 40 minutes until I got it. I don't know. It's like, and you're competing against people. It's cool.
All right. Well, I'm going to be on it every fucking day now.
You already know. Countdown 5 hours until we get the next word. All right. Let's talk Euphoria. I binged it. I'm halfway through the most recent episode. So you mentioned how the season opener of season 2 came out with a bang. I agree. It was awesome. Episode 2, a little bit back down to earth, right? But that's how it goes.
Yeah. But
have you finished episode 2?
No,
you're halfway through it.
You're in for it.
Okay.
Go on.
Yeah, I agree
Yeah.
though. Like it was a little bit more down to earth, like through it. But you'll be like, let's go, episode 3. Come on.
Yeah.
So we're trying to sell it to Alex too, because you guys sold it to me. I got hooked on it. The lighting, the music, the script, the acting, like it's one of those shows that just hits on all the notes. Like
the camera shots.
Yes, exactly.
Is it like
It's
is
Sorry,
it
go ahead,
like a no, you're good. I was just
Is it like something I want to be up on my couch watching or like going to bed?
You gotta pay attention.
You like want to, but you can't look away. It does a great job with all the stuff that it's just like it keeps you engaged. Even if there is a scene you kind of like aren't fucking with, it's just like it just keeps you engaged.
Yeah, you gotta be like prepare yourself to see some shit that you're gonna be like, whoa.
That's what,
pause,
like
maybe,
it's
but,
almost, but that's
all
what
HBO shows.
exactly. That's what some of the successful shows do. Is like it's dark, it gets under your skin, and it's cringy. But like, what are we doing? You know, I feel like a pedophile watching this sometimes. I'm like, what? You know, okay, what do we? I get it. This is like a TV show, but yeah.
Well, it's funny because like they're supposed to be in high school, but every fucking actor and actress
22.
looks like they're 27. Yeah. Like they look way older than high school.
Yeah,
It's definitely the type of show that it's very vulgar. It's definitely something you like wouldn't watch with your parents.
It would be.
We're planning on that, but
it would be like a fucking like hell on earth watching that.
yeah,
100%.
Like not kidding. I would get up and leave.
Like that should be like a fantasy football punishment. You have to watch a season of Euphoria with your family. But what I think it does great is it just shows that damn, you never know what people are going through.
Yeah.
And just like combining hormones and taking a look at mental health. It's just fascinating. But yeah, I think I'm gonna do a Euphoria TikTok where it's just like a script, something where it's like, hey, do you have a pencil, a gun? Okay. But it's so over the top. But the football scenes were so bad.
Yeah.
I was like, bro, come on.
There's some funny ass Twitter jokes about like Euphoria, and they've on Twitter they started calling it Euphoria High School, which is not what it is called. But like there was like this backpack that spilled out with like a shit ton of pills, and someone was like, OMG, one of the kids from Euphoria High School dropped their backpack.
Bro, it's crazy. And what I love is like shows like Succession and Euphoria, they're in the present. Everyone's got an iPhone, a lot of text, instant messaging, whereas Breaking Bad and Sopranos, the shows of their generation, like they're on landlines, and Game of Thrones was obviously set in like a medieval fantasy. This is actually like kind of a close representation of what our lives are like.
Yeah.
That just reminded me, you all watch Westworld?
I'm one of the few still in it that I've watched like every season because it has gone like lost from season 1 to off the rails.
That's exactly right. Euphoria's got amazing reviews. I've been looking at it while y'all telling me. I think I need to watch it.
The soundtrack's fire. Drake's a producer. Like it's sick.
That's cool. Is it like every other HBO show where they like the first one is just like it's pretty dark or like something big happens? I feel like Game of Thrones, the first episode, last season, it's like, oh my god, like
it definitely. I mean,
I don't know. It doesn't like follow a narrative. Like I feel like it kind of just does its own thing. Like it's really. I remember when it was coming out, and I was like, like the season 1 was coming out. I was like, what is this? I'm like, I don't know if I could get into this. And then word of mouth spreads, and it's crazy that it's already got its ground after a great season 1, and then they picked up really well for season 2.
Big question is, what's your favorite character?
And that's what's so great. Yeah. Like they have characters that you hate some points and then you grow to love them, vice versa. Succession does that great too. With what is it, Todd and fucking
Tom. Yeah.
Tom.
Yeah.
It's character driven, certainly, which is Fez is a great guy. I mean, everyone loves Zendaya. Yeah, it's got a great cast.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. Like some of the people they've like found, like Fez, he's like apparently like kind of hood, like he acts in the show.
Right.
And they found him he was walking down the street in New York, and some talent agent came up to him and was like, "You would be perfect for this." And
Dude,
he thought
the
it was a
dad.
scam.
The dad. Oh my God. I mean, that dude is playing the creep just perfectly.
Yeah, that's McSteamy from Grey's Anatomy.
I was gonna say, where the fuck have we known this guy from?
Yeah.
Also,
yeah,
Fez's
Minka
real name
Kelly
is
is
Angus
in the new
Cloud.
season.
Yeah, Angus Cloud. You should follow him on social media. He's hilarious.
Who is that?
Angus Cloud is such a cool name. It's Fez's real name, Angus Cloud.
And he,
I don't know, like
tweeted
glasses, I
that
couldn't even see it. That is a great
He tweeted yesterday his management's about to take his Twitter away.
Dude,
tweets whatever he wants.
The main bad guy, right? Nate, he looks exactly like Robert Pattinson. Or he just reminds me of kind of him from the Twilight age, I feel like.
Yeah.
Except like fucking a psychotic.
Yeah, except a psycho. And and as soon as once he smiled for the first time, I was like, whoa, okay.
And that's Lexi Howard is Judd Apatow's daughter, the dude who makes all those like Will Ferrell movies and stuff. Like
okay, wow.
Seth Rogen movies, yeah.
Yeah, she
Yeah,
like
Seth
even
Rogen.
her, like she was, she's kind of like a behind the character just left out of focus, and then all of a sudden she gets, cozy with Fez, and then you start to kind of be like, oh, Lexi's like super cool. She's the chill one.
Yeah, I fuck with Ashtray, the little dude.
Yeah, and the backstory behind that was fascinating.
Yeah.
All right, we're fucking gushing about this, but we got to check it out. So good stuff. Let's get caught up with the latest tea with Jack D here on Wingin It.
All right. So today we got Young Dolph's murder suspects appeared in court today. One of them was a registered sex offender already, but they only gave him a $5,000 bond.
Really?
What?
Yeah, like even though it was a murder charge, but they're in court. So I
How
don't
do we
know.
think that's gonna go?
I think they're gonna go to jail or get killed, one of the two.
Right.
Speaking of stuff like that, Jay-Z and Meek Mill are starting this huge petition that that rap lyrics can no longer be used as criminal evidence because there's people like in jail who have like that dude who made the song "Murder on My Mind." Like he's in jail for murder.
YNW.
Yeah.
Didn't Bobby Shmurda go to jail for his lyrics?
Yeah, but he was actually into some shit.
Yeah, I mean, like, good God. I mean, shit. So what are you just gonna use that as like a confessional? Like you're going to fucking confession at the Catholic Church? You get to say whatever you want. Yeah, that's interesting. That'd be a huge win for the rap game, I feel like.
Yeah. And a big loss for the rap game, but they're celebrating him today. A big part of all our high school years. Mac Miller would have been 30 years old today.
Fez.
R.I.P. Yeah.
That was a good moment of silence right there. We all
good second of that's dead air there.
This is interesting. William Dafoe is trying to convince Joaquin Phoenix to make a Joker movie where he plays a Joker imposter, someone trying to impersonate. Even though the Joker's already, there's a lot of layers there because the Joker's already fucking like nuts.
Yeah.
Like someone's out there like impersonating him and doing a good job. I don't know.
I still can't scrub the movie The Lighthouse out of my mind with William Dafoe.
He's also he's pretty fucking old too.
Yeah.
Like,
good for him though.
Yeah. Okay, so there was rumors spread that Jake Paul and Mike Tyson verbally agreed to fight, and Mike Tyson came out and said that is not true. I saw Jake in St. Bart's, probably St. Bart's, but he said he didn't say a word to me about it. So sounds like clout to me.
I wonder what the next one's going to be. I feel like we're due for an announcement here soon.
Yeah, something's got to give on one of those.
What are you guys' thoughts on his relationship with Julia Rose?
Lucky.
I'm jealous.
Yeah, okay, fair enough. We'll leave it at that.
This is an interesting fact. So Drake was the most streamed artist last year. 1 out of every 131 streams was a Drake song.
The dude is
that's pretty insane.
That's insane.
He puts out nonstop bangers, dude.
Yeah, I mean, he knows what he's doing. He just figures out who's hot and just collabs with them. All right, we already talked about Kanye not being allowed at his daughter's birthday party.
Tough. Dude, I feel
Pusha-
bad for those kids. Just like on the
Yeah.
passing note there, it's like, damn, it's just powerful people, having an ego pissing contest, and the
Well,
kids are getting caught in between.
Probably the most logical thing he said in years was in an interview the other day, like saying like the media and everyone want to make a huge deal about me buying that house across the street. Like I'm trying to make it as normal as I can for my kids.
Yeah, like it's almost like you hear like Kanye buys a house with a huge telescope to watch Pete Davidson. But it's like, shit. Looking at Kanye's view, he's trying to be close to his fucking kids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pooh Shiesty, the rapper, was denied bond, so he's in jail too.
What happened with him?
Didn't he? Yeah, he bought like a illegal gun or something and was like brandishing it on Instagram Live, I think, or some shit like that. That's how he got caught.
Crazy. Jake Paul's the earnings came out and he made 40 million in the ring. This past
Really?
Oh,
yeah,
wow.
that's what Forbes said.
Dear Lord.
Yeah.
What is his biggest moneymaker? Like, is it off? I don't even. It's got to be that now, but
Yeah. I would think it was. I mean, I think
Before that, probably YouTube.
Yeah, but I
Right.
would think the pay-per-view probably. Right?
yeah. But like YouTube, I think like even those big social media things, like don't they kind of if you get millions of views, don't they give you like it's almost like 24 cents on the dollar per 1,000 or something?
I think it's dependent upon like what type of content you make too, and like I could be wrong there. I don't know.
I know Impulsive is like top charter, but I feel like I don't know. Do they have sponsors? I haven't checked out any of their like major long podcasts.
I've never listened.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I've listened to one, but I think they probably do have sponsors.
Right. Yeah. I mean, I don't I see their clips all the time and it's like, I'm fans of I don't think, what, I don't know. It's just, I don't get the podcast. I guess it's just them talking about their lives and their lives are interesting, but
Yeah.
I don't know. It didn't draw me in, but I know it does well.
So I know who this dude is, but it's kind of crazy because it like how Marvel's making these TV series now. There's a new TV series called like New Moon King or something coming out next month. And the main character, the main actor, died in a skiing accident over the weekend.
Yeah, I saw that. That's insane.
Yeah. In the French Alps. Like and he's
wow.
like
I didn't know that was connected.
Yeah, he's like the main.
That's so fucked.
He's the new moon. He's the knight or whoever's in the show.
Moon Knight. Yeah.
Yeah, and he died in a skiing accident.
Wow.
So interesting. I guess that's like a one season thing now.
Right. Yeah. No kidding. Already.
What is? Yeah. Okay, we need a come up like this. This is insane. This dude back in 2015, at Cracker Barrel, they accidentally handed him a cup full of like sanitizer instead of water, and he drank it, and he said that it like kind of burned his esophagus. He's completely fine. Got paid out yesterday for damages, $9.4 million.
What the fuck?
I'm chugging a bottle of bleach for $1 million.
Yeah.
I mean, how did he just like kind of scoff down the jelly texture of the
like
sanitizer?
you gotta know that pretty quick that you're drinking it. So like he probably took a fat swig and then it burned his throat a little bit.
Yeah. Oh my god.
But like, dude, I'd do that.
All right. Yeah, we're gonna send you go to Hobby Lobby and just try and get some millions.
Yeah. All right, this is crazy. Wonder Dylan conspiracy here. Wonder if she'll still be alive. But Ghislaine Maxwell has stopped fighting, trying to hide 8 of the identities of people in the court proceedings who were only referred to as John Does.
Who are some theories on who they could be?
That's a good
kind of
question.
The usual suspects that we've all come.
Like, probably a lot of theories. Yeah,
she was trying to keep it all under wraps while she was in the trial, but now that she's just fucked for life, she's like, fuck it. Like, let him out.
Yeah, now keep an eye on things. I listened to some reporting on this, and like the person that kind of broke the story down in Miami, you have to stay objective as possible. But when she was asked, like, straight up, like, how do you think he died? And she kind of went through it. It's like, the story was he tied why was all this stuff left in his locker? Left in his cell. Why was he on suicide watch? So why was he left alone? All this weird shit. Cameras are manipulated all the time. So who knows that? But he was supposedly jumped off the top bunk of his bed with so much force that he broke 3 bones in his neck by doing so. You think that's possible?
Yeah.
I don't know.
No.
No, that's possible because back in the day, the same difference when they hang people. You'd hope that would happen because it'd go quicker.
Right, but a man of Epstein's size, like, who knows, maybe like $160, like, and how tall? I don't know. Tinfoil hat.
And to piggyback off that, Queen Elizabeth stripped her son Prince Andrew of everything.
It's like something's coming, she finally was like, okay, this can't belong to you anymore.
He's no longer anything royalty, and he's fighting this fight as a private citizen,
which is so, what did she wave a magic wand? You are no longer have royal blood. It's just a title.
That's exactly what she did, and they believed it.
Yeah.
All right, some last little movie news here. Daniel Radcliffe, Harry Potter, will play Weird Al Yankovic in his biopic, and Weird Al said it will be a movie remembered for generations.
I mean, I know who Weird Al is, but like, he must have been the generation before me.
I only know him because he remixed the song "Riding Dirty" to "Riding Nerdy" or whatever. White and nerdy.
So, I went to a Weird Al concert once with my dad in like 4th grade. I was big into Weird Al.
What was his stick? Like, he was a comedian.
He would take famous songs, but he would remix them. Like, for example, Riding Dirty, he turned into White and Nerdy. There was the song The Right Stuff. He changed it to The White Stuff and made a song about how he loved the middle part of Oreos.
In the CIA.
Yeah.
Hey, good for him. Yeah. Okay. So.
All right. Robert Pattinson is going to star in. I don't know how to say it correctly, but the dude who made Parasite, Bong Joon-ho.
Okay.
He's had a new sci-fi thriller, so that might be kind of good.
I'm a big Pattinson fan now. Brennan, since you said you watched Interstellar, have you seen Tenet yet?
Yeah.
I watched half of Tenet for the first time. So lost, but
you got to watch it twice. Is all I'll say.
But Robert Pattinson was really good, and
he's sick
from what I saw in it.
Tearjerker ending, even though you're kind of like, wait, what happened?
I'm not into this shit at all, but next month on Amazon Prime, the Lord of the Rings series is premiering. But what's crazy about it is it's the most expensive season of TV ever. $465 million.
Wasn't it before Game of Thrones? Like, was always doing that shit.
Yeah, but like, it's the most.
That intrigues me a little, even though I'm with you. I'm not.
Yeah.
And like, I didn't watch the Lord of the Rings when they were out, and I they're so critically acclaimed, but I feel like they're so long ago that if I watched them, it's just going to be, I think they were critically acclaimed because that was the time, would they still be today?
Mm-hmm. And then the only suggestion I have for a show I haven't watched it yet, but Brennan and I are going to watch the first episode right after this. It's called Yellow Jackets, and it's about a girls soccer team in Canada that survives a plane crash, and they have to become cannibals, and it's got 100% on Rotten Tomatoes. Apparently that was a bad explanation, but apparently
I think that was perfect.
Apparently it's fucking nuts, and it has 100%, so we're gonna give it a whirl.
Wait, what is it called?
Yellow Jackets.
Oh God. Okay. Yeah, let me know how that goes. Did you guys see that John Cena's in the new show, apparently, the Peacemaker?
Yeah, what's up with that?
I think it's like a Deadpool kind of. I don't know. I heard just some noise about it. Maybe we'll see that. That's the tea with Jack D. We've got some follow-up topics here, Alex.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, any of you guys got resolutions?
Ooh,
I got a list. Yeah,
I think I want to track it on the show. Anything you're willing to put up there?
Wow, that's
well,
good.
Jack and I are doing dry January.
Are you really?
Yeah, we've stuck to it thus far.
How's it been?
kind of boring, but it's nice because you don't get hungover and you save money.
And
I
you
watched
lose
a lot
weight,
of
just automatically, like beer weight.
yeah.
Yeah.
All right,
Oh,
that's a
That's a
good
good
duo.
start. All
I
right.
want to
cool.
do. I have a pretty long list, but I'll
All
just read you
right,
a couple.
hey.
I'm just gonna read you a couple that you guys can hold me accountable to. I want to
Okay.
do something charitable. That's on my list.
Wow.
Hey, join me. We're gonna do it with Winging It. We're gonna do like a cookout or something. And we'll schedule it. And if I have to fly to you or you home,
I want to fly to. I want to go to Colorado, so let's do that.
All right. In the works. In the works.
Travel somewhere cool. That was on there too. So go to Colorado.
And Vegas when you were young, October 22nd, I believe.
Yeah, I mean, this is just some other personal stuff. Like cut nicotine.
Hey, there you go.
Read at least 5 books by March.
Release or read?
Read.
Oh, read. I was like, hey, but get to work.
Some other pay off my credit card, stuff like that. But
I should put that on my New Year's resolution. I'll tell you that much.
But
that's a huge star. What? Go on.
Yeah, I'm filibustering to think of one for myself here. One is going. I'm still waiting for my new fucking golf clubs. This place, I love this place, but it's so backlogged. Resolution: I want to shoot 80 this year.
I like that.
How about that? That would be sick.
I want to play more golf as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Come on. We'll go Minneapolis.
Is shoot 80 like attainable? I don't know where you're at.
I shot 90 last year. And that was I was playing without a driver for a good amount. And like I was shooting in the hundreds every time, like just shooting with a 3-wood. Then I got my driver and then I never shot 100 again. So I'm hoping now that I've got brand new irons, new shaft, everything, maybe it gets even lower. I got one. We're going to do a Wingin It trip this year. That's a resolution. We'll make that happen. Get some vlog content out of it.
Oh yeah.
Love it.
And let's wrap up with Brendan. Do you have one? And Alex, take us home.
I was thinking, I guess Brendan, you can go if you got one.
No, I honestly, mine was, really, I just set the goal of dry January, but I don't really have like a measurable goal or anything other than that I set.
That's what I was thinking about today. I thought about like, man, maybe I should just track these dudes. Like we should talk through it or whatever. But other than really want to do something charitable too. So I was thinking cookout or I don't know. I need to do some research, but something this year. And then what else was I thinking? I don't know, but if I think of one before next show, that's
our homework.
I'll put it on the list. Yeah.
Correct. Good stuff. Bren, Jack, Alex, Austin out this week. We'll get him back the next. This is Winging It. We'll talk to you next week.